In this video, I'm going to try for an intentionally narrow and thick point. I got two chunks here that I can try it with. Not sure exactly. Well, we'll see. It doesn't matter. I'll be napping both of them anyway eventually. Alright, so let's see. Black butter. Okay. I was kind of hoping. What is this one? Smoky. Transparent smoky. Let's see. Hold on. Just to make sure. Yeah. I don't want to make a narrow one out of this one. This one's higher grade stuff. Yeah. This one, yeah, I can see it. Although there's a weirdness right there. Uh-oh, there's a square edge. What am I gonna do? I'm in big trouble now. I'm in big trouble because I don't have my glasses on. Let's see, is this the right magnification? Yeah. Yeah, if I change the magnification up on myself, it messes up my depth perception. It's bad enough with these cheap glasses. If I start changing the magnification on myself from one napping to the next, it'll mess me up. There we go. It is semi-translucent. So it's not the black butter stuff. Although it's darker on this side than it is on this side. It's okay. So it looks like we got two. This one's almost a square edge. This is more of a square edge on this side. So let's see. It's going to be intentionally thick and narrow. So theoretically, should be relatively easy peasy. Relatively easy peasy. Unless it's got a big old crack. Come on. I'm afraid to hit it. Yes, I am, because the whole end can just come right off. Has it ever happened to me before? Oh, yes. Let's try something. Let's try whittling it down, yeah. I'm already yawning and I haven't even started. The shadows are not correct. I moved the light around a little bit. I'm not going to move it again. Yeah, that crack is an issue. I'm going to try to delicately preserve the length here, if I can. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Delicately. The operative term here is delicate. Not by reducing the speed, but by reducing the amount that I remove. Delicate means don't try to remove too much. Still a fast strike. I don't like slowing down the strikes because they tend to pull. I think I'm confusing people by saying low intensity means low velocity. No, it just means less mass in both the tool and or the flakes. You remove less mass, it requires less energy, right? But I won't discuss the physics too much. Like I said in my update or channel news video, I'm just going to basically cover what's going on. Just the basics. Nothing advanced. Nothing advanced as far as physics. Just the basics. Physics. Just smaller flakes. I don't know. I'm not sure I can preserve too much of the length here. Because if this crack cuts in there too much, I'm going to have to take that way back. I don't want this hanging out too far, so I'm taking this back a little bit. Why don't I want it hanging out too far? I don't want that whole thing to snap off. It could open up and go right across that if there's too much mass hanging out while I'm hitting it. You know. Okay. I may have to get the bopper. Yep. That's too delicate. Besides, when I use this abrader, it tends to the dust tends to cling. I'm gonna go down to Harbor Freight, or I'm gonna go down to Lowe's and get some more grinding wheels to make more abraders. This one's good, but it sheds too quickly. May be able to run some flakes from the other side. Okay, so I'm going to stop pounding on this edge, and maybe I can set this up to run flakes this way. I might be able to take that off right there, not by hitting here, but by hitting on the other side. Let's just get rid of all the cortex. You didn't see how I did that square edge. Okay, make sure you did not see that, because you won't understand it. And yeah, I'm still on that. I'm going to bug you about that for a while. Because if you've been watching the channel and you still don't get the square edge removal thing, I can't help you. Nope. Because I'll be making fun of you too much. These are good Arrowhead flakes. Oh yes. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Can we do some damage? Not yet. Almost. Oh, I found some more of these at the grocery store. But they're the light gray type. This type. Yeah. I bought some more of these. These are mid-range flexible. They're not too flexible. They're not too stiff. They're cheapo grocery store gloves. I like them. I hope they don't discontinue them. Just my luck, they'll discontinue something that I find that I like. You know, not the least of which, they're cheap. That way I can buy them as soon as they can wear out. As soon as they wear out, I'll just buy a new pair. Immediately. Start getting a hole in the finger, chuck it. Get another pair. No big deal. Just the cost of doing business. Okay. Nah, not like that. Kind of like that. Wow, it naps easy from that side. Why is it trying to be tough on this side? It's trying to do the impossible, that's right. I want that flake to go around this way, but it's probably not possible. Let's see. Almost. But I hit it really hard. I forced it. Yeah. It scooted this way instead of going that way. Yeah. Is that a Levallois point? Levallois. Yeah, that's a Levallois point. That's what they call them. They're made by hitting the side, not the end. Okay, you hit the side and the flake fans out in just the right way. It'll be flat this way instead of curved. See that? It'll be flat this way instead of curved. If you hit it and remove the Levallois flake, the Levallois point from the end, it'll be curved. Okay? That's what they don't get. But I think this was just used as a utilized flake and not hafted to a spear. Okay? That's my opinion. Levallois. Such a cool name. As long as I don't forget how to pronounce it. It's another flat one. Yeah. So I think they were utilized flakes, but they just, I don't think they were hafted. And you know, sometimes they might have, or I think maybe they found residue of asphaltum or gum base, or not gum base, but some type of gum resin on these. But you got to keep in mind that sometimes back in the day they would just gob a bunch of resin to the bottom as a handle. Okay, and it wasn't hafted into a spear with resin. A lot of cases we've seen, and there's evidence for it, they just put a blob of resin on the bottom. Okay? And then you get resin residue on the bottom, and they say, hey, it was hafted to a spear. No, sometimes it's just a glob on the end. Okay? And that glob would allow you to handle it without getting cut. And it's a ready source of more glue for something else. You just heat up the other end over the fire and you can dab it on something, and you still have your glob of glue, but it's used as a handle for your point. Okay? Alright. End of today's lesson on that. So intentionally narrow, yes. Let's just see if I can get rid of that crack first. Dang it. It looks pretty bad. It looks really bad. Chasing that biface, I got a lot of junky flakes. I could have made a bunch of good, solid Arrowhead flakes. But, you know, I just got another box today. 2 boxes today. Yeah. I'll probably cut that part out. I can do editing now. Yeah, I'll cut the part out where I accidentally showed the addresses. Not that it's a big deal, but, you know, just in case. Anyway, I got two boxes, or 2 packages from Danny Collins. I need to do an unboxing. Yep. Forgot all about those. I got those today or yesterday. This morning. Let's see how well it did. What did it do? Oh, it's so weird. It didn't go all the way across. This time I wanted it to go all the way across, but it didn't. It snuck over to the sides a lot. It wants to be sneaky. Supposed to keep it thick. I'm not supposed to scoop it so much. We'll see. I think I see a light at the end of that tunnel. Yikes. It's kind of crackly, so I gotta watch it. See that? Come on. There's an undetached flake in there somewhere. Still a crack remnant in there. Don't make me tiptoe through the tulips again. You know, tiptoe with the bopper. Why not tiptoe through the tulips with the bopper? It's not very accurate. I try to tiptoe and it doesn't work that well because of the accuracy, the lack of accuracy. See, I'm going to take little flakes in that area so I don't expand that crack. Poppers are usually for heavy duty stuff. Alright, gotta change the angle of that space heater because it's blowing flakes into my face. Alright. Even though I like the warm air in my face, it's not good. Alright, little flakes. Yeah, like that. Alright, let's see what we got. Just trimming around it to see what I can do. See what happens. I think there's only a little bit left, just a tiny bit. Yeah. I should be able to preserve a majority of this length. Okay, okay. Dang it, it's crunchy. I can see there's still some light at the end of that tunnel. I can see it. What is the light? What does it represent? What does it represent? It represents that long, narrow, thick piece. Yeah. That's what we're going for. I'm leaving it wide here because I'm afraid it's still got some life to it, that crack in there. I don't want it opening up. I don't want it opening up. Come on. Took some practice strikes. They were going really good until I get here. And then, no. Doesn't want to do it. Of course. Of course not. See? Poof, poof, poof. Psh, psh, psh. 3 in a row. Good ones. And then I don't know what happens on this side. Maybe I choke. I'm choking on it. Are we making progress? What is that? Okay. We might be making some progress. Just make a modern knife blade, dude. It's already in the shape. No. I'll do what I set out to do, okay? Alright? Alright. See, everybody agrees. Yeah, everybody, because you're the only one there. You are everybody. Well, I didn't lie. Where's the lie? Hmm? Okay. Are we ready for another pass? I think we are. Yes, you're ready too. Just admit it. I'm not ready yet. I'm in the back. You didn't see me. I'm not ready for you to take another pass on there. Yeah, you're just saying that. Just saying that to make trouble. Make some trouble. Okay. I don't know. I don't see any crack anymore. Yeah, I don't see it. There might have been something right there, but that's it. I don't see it anymore. I think we're home free. Yes? Oh, there's still a little bit of remnant. Right there. Yes? I think so. I don't know. Could that open up right there? Right in there. Take that tip off. That would be a bummer. Ah, there's still something there. Can't find my other abrader. I think that might have done it. Okay. It wants to cause trouble though. Still, because that was no inward force at all, and it still stepped. Come on. Too much. It's okay. We gotta make that arc anyway. It's gonna be a nice, even arc. We're not there yet, but it's gonna be eventually nice and even. It does feel buttery, so. Okay, so I think once it's still not quite right, but I think we're on our way. You know, when I start taking down this side, I gotta make sure I've got plenty of roundness here, so it will be symmetrical. But I don't think I have plenty of roundness yet. I don't want to take more off the tip, but I could lose a little bit of width here. But if I wanted to keep a wider base, I got to lose some of the tip. If I would mirror this, it's not symmetrical. Either I have to lose some of that tip or some of that base, so that the midline is like right there, and I can take this back to the midline. Just make a knife blade, modern knife blade like that. Just do it. No. I will show you how wasteful it is to do what you originally intend to do. Yeah, it's very wasteful. But that's the way they used to do it. They had something in mind, and if it didn't work out, they move on to the next piece. Next! What about all that waste? It's not waste. What would be waste is not to do the point I want. That's what they considered waste. I guess some modern nappers think that way too. It's only a waste if I don't get the point I want. Yeah. I'm being careful because it has to remain thick. Yeah. Still looks like a knife blade. I know. Just hold on. It won't look like a knife blade soon. I gotta generate a bunch of crud flakes. Some people don't want to hear that. To make the kind of point you want to make, you're going to waste a lot of material instead of just going with what it appears to be. If you go with what it appears to be, then you won't waste as much. Or just go with the shape that is easiest to obtain from that piece of nodule or spall or whatever. But no, they went for a certain design from everything that they were napping, in most cases. And it's highly wasteful. See, I can't use any of those flakes for anything because they're just a bunch of little crud flakes. Little crud flakes. Yeah. Ain't good for nothing. All because I want to do what I want to do. Shut up. Stop saying that. Say what? What did I say? Where's the lie? Where is it? Where am I lying? Some might say, well, they just picked the nodules that would match the general shape of what they want. They just leave the rest. You think so? Is that what you're thinking? Or they would nap everything within sight, so they didn't have to travel any further for more material. Yeah, this big old pile of obsidian, we've already picked through it. We can't find the nodules that are basically the same size as the points we're trying to make. So let's move on. What? Yeah. We've combed through this 8,000-pound pile of obsidian, and we gotta move on because it doesn't have nodules to our liking. Man, you're crazy. I'm just gonna sit here for days and nap all of this stuff because we don't have to go nowhere else. We already made camp for the past couple days. I mean, you're nuts. You're crazy. Well, I'm gonna go by myself. And the other ones go, okay, see you later. See you later, crazy man. What? Never, I didn't say anything. Just see you later. Don't let the buffalo robe hit you on the way out. What? There, nothing. Yeah, it's not so easy keeping it thick. Goes against my principles. My principles that I normally adhere to when I'm doing a video. I'll leave it thick if I don't have to show it on video. I've done that before easily. I gotta make sure I don't make any mistakes, because it'll get thin. If I make a mistake, I gotta correct it, and in the process of correcting the mistake, it's gonna get thinner. Yep. Can't do that. So I guess gotta take these little bitty flakes that no one can use for nothing. Nope. See what I mean by, I gotta either lose some off the base here, the stem, to symmetritize it, or lose some off the tip. It depends. Do I want to keep the stem wide? I kind of do, but I don't want to lose. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. If I think about it logically, it don't matter. Well, yeah, it does. If I want to keep the base wide, I've got to take material off the tip. The thing is, do I want to keep the base wide? It gives me more options if I do. If I leave this wide down here, it gives me more options. But I lose length. I can't do it. I'm trying to preserve length as well as width. Six. Almost is 5 5/8. Come on, focus. Yeah. I'm going to lose at least a 1/4 inch if I take some of the tip off to symmetritize it. So I'll take some of that stem or base off. The stem off, yeah. Keep the length. Keep the length. That way I can work something that's longer and more prone to snap in half. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yeah, like that. Can't get too carried away with the symmetrization. Not yet. I don't know the extent of the quality of this piece. Maybe I'm missing an area that I need to remove. If I don't remove the material in the right spots, it'll get lopsided. If there's a mistake or if there's a defect somewhere. So just hold on. I gotta finish smoothing the surface before I start to really work on this edge and keeping it thin and shoot to the middle Right now I'm shooting toward the middle, but it's not as intense as it will be later. This is still the easy part. Yeah, see that? Starting to act up. That flake went in two directions. Not supposed to. Makes me nervous. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No. It didn't do it. It didn't stay smooth, did it? Poor Solomon Grundy, he's still lumpy. I mean, dirty. Remember Solomon Grundy on Sesame Street? I think I've brought it up before on the channel. Yeah, Solomon Grundy would wash just one part of his body each day. He'd be in the bath for a week. After washing just maybe his arm on Monday and his other arm on Tuesday and his foot on Wednesday and blah blah, on and on and on. Well, he's got more body parts than that, so by the time the end of the week is over, or by the time it gets to the end of the week, poor Solomon Grundy, he's still dirty. Like this too. I'll try to do a little bit by little bit to smooth it out. And I'm at the end of my wits, and poor Solomon Grundy's still lumpy. Yeah. I'm at the end of my wits because some of this stuff isn't cooperating. And it's still lumpy. Is that gonna work? Yeah, but I should have done that one instead of that one if I had only been able to tell the future. Why? Why can't I tell the future? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe. The dumb thing about knowing the future is that once you start modifying your behavior toward the alternate future, it changes the alternate future. Because the alternate future, or because the original future is geared towards your original actions. If you start changing up your actions, you're going to generate an alternate future. Yeah. So what good does it do you? Not much. Unless you don't do anything, you just stand there. But as long as that's what you were going to do anyway, just stand there. If you're not, then you are changing the future again. If you were thinking of doing something else, all these people that say, "Oh, I wish I could tell the future." Well, you know you don't, because it's never going to turn out the way you want anyway. Even if you think you know what the future holds, the only way it'll stay the same is if you were not going to do anything to begin with, which means you can't take advantage of the future anyway, because you're not going to do anything. And then the future can proceed as it was going to be. But your original intent and the modified intent got to be the same in order for the future to be the same. So there you go. Something to dampen your spirits. Something to bum you out. That's a bummer. I didn't think of that. Now, I was going to waste that when I found a genie to give me some wishes. I was going to wish I could tell the future. Yeah, it's a good thing you don't. It's a good thing you're not going to do that now, huh? Yeah. Well, how different can the future be if you're not going to do very much anyway? How different can you make it? Well, when it pertains to your own life, you'd be surprised what subtle little tweaks can do to change things in a big way. Just like Flintknapping, you don't know what them subtle little tweaks are going to do. No. They could change everything in a big way. You don't know. So some people might say, so does that mean you believe in determination? Because you've been talking smack about determination in your other videos. No, just because I'm talking smack about knowing the future doesn't mean I believe in determination. Yeah, but we're able to change the future with our present actions. Whether we do something or don't do something. It's not just in the doing of something, it's what we don't do also. And you have a choice of what to do or not to do. Both things affect the future. What you do and what you don't do. Okay. I'm starting to reach that stage where I have to become extremely persnickety. Yeah. Dang it, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. The flakes are not going to travel like I want. Of course. Yeah, they're going to go too far. Too far or not far enough. It's always one of the two. Yeah, just get the pressure flaker out and do like 20 passes. Yeah, I know. That's what I gotta do. This video may be like a 8-part series. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Wonderful. Fantastic. I like my life. It's fantastic. I think that might have been one of the lines in Nacho Libre. I sleep by myself every night. It's good. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, it's not good. It's not fantastic. That's what makes it funny. Okay. Yeah. First it doesn't do anything and then does too much. Of course. That's the nature of this game of chance. How did they used to do it? Well, if you look at the artifacts instead of looking at the theory, you'll see that the artifacts are not perfect. There's some flakes that fall short, some flakes that go too far. When you get the collateral flaking or the parallel flaking, they're not all perfect. You know, maybe the majority are. You still get little mistakes on the artifacts. But we excuse them because they're real. Yep, authentic. It's an authentic controlled mistake. Yep. We get all weird about it. Alright, so next phase. That was the easy part. Focus? Yes, focus. Where is the focus? It's not focusing. What is up? That's so weird. Come on. Hope it wasn't like that for most of this video. Anyway, this is the easy part. The hard part is understanding how to treat this edge so that the flakes will be very, very consistent, because this is a crackly edge. It was hard enough being consistent with percussion. I don't know how it's going to work with pressure. It might be easier, to tell you the truth, to be honest. It might have been easier to start with pressure sooner, but I think that's a good thickness. It might actually be too thin. Oh well. Yeah. But see, as long as it's smooth, the pressure flake should travel a good ways. After I get this edge nice and regularized, so it's the same all the way down. I had to go to the land of tedium and tedize this whole edge with lots of tedious flaking. And then I can do the blade flaking. First I gotta do edge flaking and then grind it and then check and see if it's all straight or perfectly the same. Doesn't have to be straight, just has to be perfectly the same. So every time I put pressure on it, I can count on it being the same kind of area every time, so that all I have to do is focus on how much force, and it's going to be very similar to the one before. Instead of adjusting force for every flake. Yeah, that's the goal. But there's going to be times where I'm going to go, wait, there's a lumpy area there. I'm going to have to use a little bit more force. Strengthen the edge a little bit more in that one spot, and then take the flake. So it is slightly variable, but we have to try to reduce the variability so that the flakes look consistent. Yeah, the less variability in the edge, the less variability in the flaking, theoretically. Yeah. All right. So that's today's lesson, boys and girls. I'm going to nap something else before I go to sleep, because I'm way behind on my stuff. I was taking care of paperwork that I hate, the type of paperwork that I hate. I was filling out forms today. Yeah. Well, I filled out one form, and I read the instructions in another form, and I said, just reading the instructions drains me. I'll finish it tomorrow. What forms are you working on, dude? You playing for the CIA? Yeah, I wish. No, I don't wish that. Those guys can go fly a kite for all I care. Yeah. Fly a big kite off a little pier. Yeah, just walk out on the pier and start flying it. Make sure the pier don't have no railings on it. Alright. I was a Fed at one time because I was an Army officer. I got a federal commission. But that's the extent of it. I don't want to have nothing to do with any of those. Is that it? All right, that's it. Yes. Oh wait, I gotta do this before I walk inside with a sleeve full of flakes. And before I take my glove off, I'll make sure there's no sneaky flakes. It'll just jump onto my hands, and then I'll have a little itch on purpose, because my brain says, oh, you know, you got glass on there, on your knuckle, make sure you itch your eye with it. It likes to sneak up on me like that. Play jokes on me. Yeah, my brain plays jokes on me like that. Isn't it wonderful? All right. So yeah, that's the first stage of the supposedly regular flaking that I'm going to be sweating to accomplish, because I'm not used to it. Yeah. To get used to it, you got to do a dozen of these at least. Yeah. But I'm going to try it with just one or two, which however many it takes for me to do a regular pattern. I may be doing this for another week, but I'm going to have to get into it. Yeah. All right. So what did I lose again? Length. It's 5 7/8. It was 6 or almost 6. I didn't lose that much, I guess. Or maybe it was a little over 6. I don't know. I didn't lose that much. Okay. I'm surprised, actually. I thought I took off more than that. What's the ratio? Let's say it's 42. Tell me it's 7 millimeter. More than that? 10. Yeah, good. It's 4-1. That's a good start. 4-1. Yeah, and then keep it 4-1 all the way through. That's the goal. I could just sharpen the edge now and then use it like this. Yep. How do you sharpen a thick point like this? Just bevel it. Like they used to do it, just bevel it. One pass on one side, the other pass on the other side, and you're good. But no, the hard part is doing the regular flaking. I still got to take off. See, some of this is lumpy. The flake didn't travel all the way, so it's going to be hard for the next flake to travel to the center. All, these preliminary flakes, they all kind of have to go pretty much to the center to get the other flakes a free pathway without a lump in the front. See, if there's a lump before the center, the other flakes are going to stop before the center. So I've got to probably run a flake through here to get that flatter. Not in the, just to get it, not flatter, but smoother. It's still got to be convex. I do have a slight scoop out, so that all has to be napped out. I can't have any scoop outs. Everything's got to be completely convex all the way down. Perfectly convex on both sides. Just like sitting there grinding it on a big old grinding machine. Zzz, when they do the flake over grind stuff, they make sure everything is convex on the good preforms. The slabs, they don't have any convexity. They're just flat, and you're just supposed to mechanically chip to the center with a pressure flaker and then repair the edge. But with good flake over grind, it's all convex and the edge is really thin. It's not fat as the rest of it, and you just pick off flakes in a convex manner instead of pushing them across a flat surface. It achieves a very similar effect, except I like the convex better. The flakes just run better. Okay. For us who are flake handicapped. pressure flake handicapped. Okay. There you go. I spent 9 minutes with the blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, I like it. That's it. There you go.